Even Bart, the little devil, has someone he fears. That person is the killer Bob. Bart had exposed Bob and sent him to prison, while Bob constantly harbored thoughts of killing Bart. To confirm that Bob was still incarcerated, Marge brought Bart to the prison. When the guard opened the small window, Marge was shocked to see that Bob had covered the walls with curses against Bart. Seeing him confined in prison finally put Bart's mind at ease. At that moment, Bob began implementing his escape plan. He deliberately swallowed a crayon to choke himself. When the guard saw this and opened the door to help, Bob spit out the crayon and used it to blind the guard's eyes. He then grabbed the guard's stun baton, knocked him unconscious, and took his keys. Bob successfully escaped by climbing over the prison wall. Meanwhile, Walt was inviting Bart to watch a game together. After Bart agreed, the two drove off. Once they left, Bob appeared outside the window.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna do to you what you should have done to my son a long time ago.
Revealing that he was the real Walt. No longer disguising himself, Bob removed his shoes to reveal his feet. The wrongly accused Walt also took off his shoes to prove his identity. It turned out that Bob and Walt had been cellmates, and because their body types were remarkably similar, Bob had cut off Walt's face and then mutilated his own. Bob had successfully escaped prison and purchased the house next door to Bart's. His sole purpose this time was to kill Bart. Walt led them to Bob's room, where the walls were covered with photos of Bart and curses written against him. Lisa then discovered the location where Bob was planning to commit murder. He had chosen this spot because it was at the intersection of 5 states, where no single jurisdiction's laws could prosecute him. Just as Bob was about to pull the trigger, police arrived just in time. However, Bob refused to give up on killing Bart and began jumping back and forth across the different state boundaries. But police from all 5 states appeared simultaneously, and Bob was ultimately arrested and sent back to prison.
Bart, I am so glad everything's okay.
Well, not everything.